Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Ausra.
Let's start episode 235 of Ask Vidas and Ausra podcast. And this question was sent by Ran. He writes, Hi Vidas and Ausra. Thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this and I'm going to try this no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Ausra and Vidas are like a Socratic dialog. And by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward. Cheers, Ron. So this is a very pleasant comment, right?
Yes, it is a very nice letter. It's nice to know that people appreciate what we are doing.
I think Ron wrote us about the question with improvisation. Remember we talked about how you can take I think any organ composition and apply it as a model.
Yes, I think we talked about it, yes.
And Ron apparently participates in our improvisation contests on Steemit.
That's very nice. I actually enjoy his improvisations a lot.
And he is improving, advancing every week.
You know, if you will do that on a daily basis, you definitely will improve. It's, you know, it cannot be our way.
Remember, how many years does it take to reach perfection, Ausra?
Well, I would say, you know, it's never perfect. So it takes many years.
And even at the end, it's not perfect.
True.
But every day is better than the last, right?
That's also true.
So that's what we strive for. To be better ourselves than yesterday. And not necessarily to compare ourselves with others.
True.
Do you have this habit of comparing Ausra with masters?
Well, I had it before earlier in my life, yes. I would compare myself to others.
To whom?
Well, other famous organists.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, when finally I realized that you cannot compare yourself to others because you are not in the same situation as we were. So it really doesn't matter.
They never were in your shoes?
True. So each of us is unique with our unique history.
And also with unique experiences and talents.
True.
And what is more important, combinations of those talents.
That's right. So,
for example, a lot of people play the organ, right? And if you compare yourself to others, you are just one in a million or one in 100,000. How many organists are playing on Earth? I don't know. Right?
Right.
But you might have another hobby besides that. And then two hobbies combined, organ and plus that other activity, you are already in a minority, right? So if you combine even the third activity that you're doing, then you're definitely unique on Earth, I think. 3 things is more than enough to combine in order to be original.
Yes, that's true. Do you think it's important to be original?
No. I think somebody wiser than me said anyone who strives to be original never will be original.
Interesting.
Because originality is not the point. I think the point is something else. What is the point, Ausra?
Well, it depends on what we are talking about, because now when you talked about originality, I started to think about modern music.
Yeah.
And there was at some point that you had to show something original in your composition. If you wouldn't do that, your composition would be bad.
And in certain circles there is still this idea you have to be original, you have to invent something new.
But I think so many ugly music was composed
Because of this.
because of this, yes, of trying in any way to be original.
And forgetting another concept, not originality but beauty.
True. But of course, when we are talking about beauty, everybody has its own understanding of what the beauty is. What is a beautiful music?
What is a beautiful flower? Would you agree that any flower is beautiful?
Probably yes.
You see, nature.
Maybe with some exceptions.
Yeah, like weed, right?
Yes.
But still, when the dandelions or something, when they blossom, they're beautiful.
True. But not on my lawn, probably.
Yeah. Tell them that. Get out.
Get out, yes.
Find a new home.
Yes, true.
Our neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
So, nature is always beautiful. And a man who imitates nature in earlier day, human endeavor also wanted to express beauty in this way too. But today, simulating nature is not the point, right? No longer the point.
Yes. But now you just take a picture if you want to simulate nature. That's the easiest way to do it.
But if you take a picture and million other people take a picture, your picture will get lost, right? Because it's just like any other picture. Of course, you could add your own unique touch, something that other people will not do, and that's enough, I think, to be original, to express yourself, your own experience.
So how would you apply it to the organ?
To organ performance or organ creativity?
In both.
Let's say in organ performance, when you have a composition which is created many years ago by the masters, and hundreds of other people are playing the same piece, they're not playing the same piece at the same way, with the same way.
But do you think that originality is very important when you are playing, let's say, standard organ repertoire?
It depends how far you can go, right? We all heard those strange performances of, let's say, standard works where originality is too striking, right? Too obvious, and it probably distracts you from the piece.
But I guess the more famous you are, the more eccentric you can become, with your performing, and nobody will say, "Oh, look how he played," because oh wow, yes, he can do it. He's a star.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
What you mean? Ton Kopman, right?
I know.
We went to his recital last summer in the festival here in Vilnius, and his tempi were like maybe 1/3 too fast.
And he is a virtuosic performer, definitely. It was one of the most excellent performances that I have heard in my life. But still, some of those tempi raised me a lot of questions. But how can you doubt him? He is a star.
He can do whatever he wants, right?
True.
Actually. And you and me, if we play this way,
I know, or somebody else, would do it, people would just think it's crazy.
But if you did it long enough, this would become part of your brand, part of your trademark.
Well, it's also like Joris Verden playing Frank. Very fast, no ritanuto at the end of a piece. Just gone like a wind.
Right, because he discovered something about the discrepancies with the earlier metronome and modern metronome markings, and it's how it is composed, how it is devised, this metronome. So he says that in Frank's day, metronomes were beating faster, and that's why Frank's music, in his view, should sound more virtuosic.